Hello there guys, Techinthehouse here for another live stream yet again, one of our amazing live streams in which we discuss important topics. And today we have two new articles, as you've seen by the title probably already. One of them is about TikTok implementing new measures to protect teens from mental health. Oh, excuse me, let me just there's here some trouble with the sound, sorry. Okay, here I am again. So yes, one of the articles is about how TikTok will be blocking beauty features over mental health concerns for teens, which is interesting because TikTok has been for a long time now targeted by these mental health claims, and it goes from there's many of them. It's a wide range of claims, from TikToks being the trends that are taking place in the TikToks being themselves harmful, to even features that TikTok implements on the app being harmful. So there's a plethora of criticism regarding this topic and regarding TikTok as a social network specifically. And apparently TikTok is starting to address some of these, and specifically this one related to beauty filters. I'm curious to see what exactly are they doing, if it is something that will be effective in solving people's concerns, or at least reducing them. So I'm very curious. So you guys, welcome again. Don't forget to leave your like, subscribe. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is just a series of live streams we do, just basically just a simple casual hangout in which we discuss topics. So as always, you're free to comment all your thoughts and opinions on the chat or in the comment section down below if you're watching this as a pre-recorded video. So welcome. I always love to hear from you guys, and I'm here to hear from you guys. So hopefully we will have a very interesting debate and reach amazing conclusions. But today, as I was saying, that's one of the articles, the one about TikTok. The other one is about how Meta, the company, previously known as Facebook, seems to be attempting something somewhat of I myself, I don't even know how to explain it because I haven't read the article, of course. But it seems to be a mock-up of Wii Sports, and we all remember the legendary Wii Sports, so I had to throw in this news here for us to find out what is this all about, because everyone knows Wii Sports, that legendary game in which you could do a bunch of sports while on the comfort of your living room or your personal room, and it was amazing. I myself am part of that generation that we at some point ditched physical exercise to play Wii as a family and with friends. So basketball on the Wii, tennis on the Wii. So Wii was basically the physical exercise for that period of time in which it became so ubiquitous in everyone's houses, and me and my family, we were no exception. We even had, and I have actually, I still have all those things here. I have Wii Fit as well. Haven't used it in very long time, but yes, with the carpet and everything, the electronic carpet that would weight yourself, and you could do little missions every day to lose weight and exercise and all those amazing things that we know Wii was known for, and that it brought has novelty to the gaming industry, which I actually haven't seen replicated ever since, to be honest. But hey, it was amazing. But yeah, so that's the two things we're here today to talk about, guys. Thank you for joining. Grab maybe a cup of coffee, maybe not if it's night where you're residing, but maybe grab some snacks, get ready, buckle up, and we'll be starting very soon. I'm taking the house, and I'll be back in a little bit. See you guys. I'll be back. Hello guys, so we'll start right now, and just for the people who have just entered the live stream, so welcome everyone, welcome to the live stream. If you're new to the channel, do leave your like and subscribe. Welcome. This is just a series of live streams in which we debate important tech topics and reach important conclusions through the power of discussion. So you're free to leave all your thoughts and opinions either on the chat or on the comment section down below. If you're watching this as a pre-recorded video, welcome. I always want to hear from you guys, so please don't refrain yourself from commenting. Today there's two articles, as I've already said, one about TikTok, which is the one that we're seeing right now, and one about Meta, which will be actually the first one. We'll start by this one. So let's start, guys. I would say so. Everything is set, the sound is perfect, the image quality is on top notch, so we'll start since everything is perfectly running. So let's see our first article for today. So guys, we have here Meta's mixed reality attempt at Wii Sports knockoff is coming. So from this title we can see that apparently Facebook's parent company Meta is creating a game, it seems, a knockoff of Wii Sports made for their virtual reality headset, I'm assuming. But let's get into it. I mean, we all know Wii Sports. I already said this in the intro of the live stream, but just in case someone has entered just now, so you're probably familiar with Wii Sports. No, it's marked many childhoods. At some point the Wii as a console was ubiquitous in everyone's houses, so I'm not sure if Meta is trying to just rip off something just to get people talk positively about it, like banking on people's emotions regarding Wii Sports, which are very positive, but let's see what they're trying to do here. Maybe this was just the person who wrote the article that is establishing the similarities, but I guess if the similarities are striking, of course we can't deny it, but that's what you're here to assess. No, let's check it out. Did Meta made a blatant copy and similarities are crazy striking, or maybe it's not that much and it's just a little inspiration? Well, I guess we'll be the judge of that, guys. So let's see, let's get into it. Let's see. So Home Sports isn't Nintendo's simplistic sports franchise, but it might as well be. So we have a video, but I'll jump in and we'll come back to watch it later. Let's first read the article. So, a new game called Home Sports is coming to the Meta Quest 3 and 3S on December 11th. And from its aesthetic to its music, this $19 title is clearly trying to be the Wii Sports, or Nintendo Switch Sports if you like, for mixed reality. Okay, regarding what we've read so far, it seems like a cheap game, honestly. It's about to be launched in not that far away in the future, in the near days. So we have here a picture that compares the two logos, and yes, they do look very familiar, but as far as I can see, I mean, let's put it like this. There's a feeling to sports, like sports, you know, basketball, football. It needs to be something sharp, fast, and that is represented by a specific type of letter, a font. And I believe that Meta here is using a font that represents how dynamic sports are supposed to be, and apparently that's a very similar font to the one that it's used in Nintendo Switch Sports. But so far, yes, they are similar, but I would say that it's because they both are relating to the same topic and not because it's a blatant copy. I don't think it is, but I might be wrong, and in a second we'll be watching the trailer, so we'll be the judge of that. We'll see if this is just a blatant copy or if it's just inspiration. But let's continue with the article. So, like Nintendo's simplistic motion control-based sports series, Home Sports offers several games: hockey, badminton, pickleball, mini-golf, and bowling. It's playable solo and multiplayer, where your Meta avatar represents you in a match. Meta says the game can adapt to your play space, but it also uses the quest boundaryless mode for those with access to wide open spaces. A blatant knockoff of Nintendo Sports Series it may be, but I'm not mad. Okay, so apparently the editor of this article is actually happy that it's a blatant copy, and for me it makes all the sense because, as I was saying, this Wii Sports in itself is a game that marks a lot of people's childhoods. I personally have very positive memories of playing it. But yes, so this copy, to call it like that, by Meta has a lot of the same games, of course, bowling, mini golf, pickleball, hockey, and badminton. I don't think it existed on Wii Sports, could be wrong, but okay, but so far everything is looking good. If anything, it's just not a horrible knockoff, but rather a good knockoff. It's good to take inspiration and produce something at least as good. I'm just saying, if you're gonna copy something, at least make it as good as the original source. So if you're copying and it's worse, then you're just making an horrible knockoff. But let's see. What else do we have? It will be hard to replicate the crucial component of a group of people holding Wii remotes and watching each other fail at bowling. However, this could be a good time, assuming that developer Resolution Games otherwise got the feel right and you have enough headsets to go around. Correction, November 25th, it's Resolution, not Revolution. Okay, Resolution, that's the developer. But okay, so far everything is looking good, but I do see what you're trying to get at here on the article. It is complicated. From my very, very good memories of playing Wii games, one of the key components of about how fun it is, it's about people, everyone with their own remote, controlling their own avatar, but still interacting in the same universe. So it would always be this thing in which everyone has a remote with a different color, you know, like I would have blue and some other person would have pink and then the green. It's a very dynamic and personal approach to gaming, and I guess here with this virtual headset that's not possible, but it would be more virtual. I'd say I would risk to call it like that, even though you're supposed to be more immersed in the experience with a headset. I think Wii in itself was very immersive, not to call it even ahead of its time, but I'm struggling to believe that a headset would be able to recreate how immersive the Wii would be. And I know this sounds counterintuitive, because you'd think that with glasses you'd be more immersed than with playing through a television with Wii remotes, but I do believe what I'm saying, and this is my opinion. But please, guys at home, do let me know what you guys think about this. Could it be that the Wii experience of playing Wii games could be more immersive than holding virtual glasses and playing through virtual reality? Please let me know your thoughts, guys. But let's see, we do have some comments to read about this article. We can check what people are saying, but before that, let's watch the trailer for the game, because this will give us more insight on what exactly are we dealing with. So let's see if we can watch this. Just a second, let's load it, and there we go. Okay, this looks strikingly similar as playing Wii. I wasn't aware you would use a secondary remote. I do know that the MetaQuest, I think that's the name, no? They have a secondary remote, but I didn't know it was part of this game. It didn't cross my mind. I remembered now. That's interesting. So I would say yes, this is a replica of the Wii experience with the addition of an headset. So I don't think having the screen in which you're playing, like on your eyes and on front of you and around you, enhances the experience. I could be wrong, but I think part of the experience of playing Wii with your friends, as I was saying, is that you're able to not only see the game, but also see your friends' faces. So if you have a headset on your head, you can't look at people. So I think this is honestly, I believe this is my opinion, I think this is a downgrade, having to play these types of games both with a remote and a headset attached to your head and eyes, because it covers your vision. How are you supposed to have fun with people around you if you're literally isolated? You're more immersed, maybe, but at what cost? So yes, I do believe this approach to reality is a downgrade compared to Wii. I think the hybrid approach of Wii games was better, but please, guys, do let me know what you guys think about this. We'll see what people are saying by hoping here the comments. Let's see. Well, was a hell of a ride. From excitement news to something kinda boring, but don't forget, next we'll be reading how TikTok will be blocking some features to respond to mental health issues. So that will be interesting. But before that, let's see what people are saying about this game. So, Pete Zero is saying this should be free with every headset. I might actually get people to use it for then once. Okay, Pete Zero, that was kind of confusing, but I think I got the idea of what you're trying to say, and I resonate with that in the sense that the Wii Sports, I didn't even bought it. I remember it came with the console itself. So it would be interesting for Meta to do something similar. If you buy the headset, you also get the game. That'll be interesting. So, Hi Nelson 34 is saying this looks ridiculously like Nintendo Switch Sports. Not a chance Nintendo doesn't try to copyright claim some part of this. Okay, I Nelson 34, that's true, that's a problem. I see that happening completely. This is truly a knockoff, we can't deny that. But I mean, what would they do instead? Try to do something similar and then change 1,000 things to be different is complicated. But knowing Nintendo, I think it's very possible that they will try to copyright this completely. Nintendo does have a history of copywriting a lot of things, so I can see that happening. I guess Meta will just have to deal with it. But let's see more comments. So we have here Ikumbizer saying, last time I tried playing their other sports game, Racket Club, I couldn't find any players. The ball physics were too wonky for me. It's too easy to impart insane amounts of ball spin in a lot of the virtual racket games I've played. Okay, this is interesting. I think this is touching a very interesting point, which is the fact that we don't know how precise the controls of the games are, and this matters a lot. I can tell that in the Wii case, of the console Wii, the Wii remote was like significantly precise. You would not play a game and feel like, let's say you were playing Super Mario. You wouldn't really feel like your moves weren't being precise. Or you're playing basketball, you wouldn't feel like the movement of the remote wouldn't correspond to the movement of the hands of the character and the ball. And if that would be happening, it would be because your remote would have low batteries, and you would just switch the batteries and the remote would be as good as new. That's how I remember it playing it, but this is a very important point, and it affects the whole experience of the game. So you can have a great game, but if you have poor controls, I think everyone has dealt with this at some point. Like you are an awesome player, but the controller is just ruining your performance. So it's a very interesting perspective, and yes, it's something I think Meta should be aware and account for. Let's see what else people are saying. Let's see. Many more interesting comments. Nothing. Oh, we have here. Oh, okay. YCSMD is saying, so many people seem to have bought the Wii, and it was basically just used for Wii Sports and family-friend events showcase the console. Hopefully this is easy to jump in and play and has a local multiplayer. Yes, I would love for this to be possible to play with multiplayer, but I'm struggling to see that future in the sense that virtual reality, it's so isolating by nature, so I'm not sure if that's possible. It's so isolating. It's like making you feel free and immersed while trapping you. So, and even if in the future they find a way for you to interact in this virtual world with other people, you could see like I'm thinking of the approach that Apple has done, creating virtual avatars that are very, very, very realistic. And let's pretend you both are coexisting as avatars and you see each other through these similar forms. I think even still, it would be a strange experience and it's taking away from your natural needs of socialization, because I don't think virtual eye contact is the same as real eye contact, and I don't think we'll be able to substitute that even by believing and knowing that the other person is in fact on the other side, because I think there's something organic to the eye contact itself, the actual eye contact. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's possible to replace the whole human experience, or at least a big chunk of it, for example the workplace experience, by just these virtual environments? Do let me know in the comment section down below. I find it kind of dystopian, and I don't believe it's achievable in terms of health I'm concerned about people's health, especially mental health. So yeah, it's a concern of mine. But even with simple things like just how do you call it? Working from home, virtual work? No. Okay, there's a name for this, but when you're working from home, which became so much more popular than the past after COVID, I have concerns about those things. But we'll see where the future has set for us. Hopefully, we can pick how we want to build our future, but we'll see. But yeah, okay. This is an interesting game. I hope Meta does something exciting, and if it happens to get sued, I hope they they get to beat their what they need to beat, and everything just goes fine for them. So I wish them the best luck. Would I buy this and play this? Probably not. Would I buy a refurbished Wii? I have a Wii, but for the point of this argument, would I instead of using this game just buy a refurbished Wii which has all the previous games somehow installed? Let's not say it's not piracy, nothing like that, but let's just pretend like there's this magic Wii that it's old and it has a bunch of 1,000 games installed. Of course I would. I would buy an old Wii, God knows how many years old, instead of buying this game. But that's just me. Please do let me know in the comment section what do you guys think of this. So this is it. Now we'll move to the next news. So thank you, Meta. You can go now because TikTok is entering now. So we have here an article about how TikTok will be blocking features over people's concerns about mental health of teenagers. So allegedly TikTok will block beauty filters for teens over mental health concerns. The restrictions will prevent under 80s from using appearance altering effects that are difficult to detect. Okay, so far this sounds good. This is always a very controversial topic because as we've seen over the years, TikTok is always on the center of these mental health controversies, and it's complicated because TikTok is immensely populated by teens and underage people. The internet in general already is, because if you think about the average working adults, it has way less time than a child to be navigating on the internet. But TikTok specifically is also heavily populated by teens and underage people. So hopefully TikTok, I think, knowing this, because they obviously know and they're not allowed to pretend like they don't know, they should put in place all the measures they can to protect everyone in the way that they deserve to be protected. So let's see what TikTok has done this time, and hopefully it's something interesting. Let's see. This is an article by Jess Weatherbed, a news writer focused on creative industries. Okay. Let's see what you're up to, TikTok. Let's see. TikTok is placing age restrictions on some of its beauty filters to address concerns about how they impact the mental health of its teenage users. Some of the challenge changes rolling out in the coming weeks include preventing under 80s from using certain appearance altering effects, and expanding filter descriptions to specify what the filters adjust when applied. Okay, that was kind of confusing. Let's just roll back a little bit. Coming weeks, changes, prevents under 80s from using certain... Okay, I see. So apparently some filters, which I'm curious to see which one specifically, will be blocked for people under 18s. So far that's what we can tell about the article, but let's continue reading and to understand what TikTok is trying to do here. The press release says that age restrictions won't apply to filter effects that are designed to be obvious and funny, such as adding animal ears or comically exaggerating certain features. The change likely aims to address beautifying effects like bold glamour that gives users smoother skin, longer eyelashes, and slimmer faces, which can be difficult to detect. Dr. Nikki Su, TikTok Safety and Wellbeing Public Policy Lead for Europe, confirmed to The Verge that age restrictions for appearance-altering effects will be rolled out globally. Okay guys, so let's stop and process this all for a second. So far, from what we can understand, TikTok in the next few days will be rolling out this is basically, how can we call it, not a ban, but it will be blocked people under 18s won't be able to use effects that are classified as beautifying. And what are these? Things that make your skin smoother, your eyelashes longer, your face is slimmer. So on one hand, this is good in terms of preventing people from portraying themselves in an irrealistic way. But on the other hand, this doesn't really stop people who actually want to do this. Like, if there is someone ill-intended that really tries to portray themselves in a fake way for the internet, you can still go around these hindrances and in some other way, edit yourself, edit your picture, edit your video, and still publish it. So I'm struggling to understand how specifically is this measure effective. But of course, I'm not. Excuse me. But of course, I'm not disregarding in the sense that I am completely aware that this is a very effective way of taking away something that was made available in a very easy way. Of course, if you have this feature available in the app itself, with just the press of a button, it makes it easily available for everyone. So it's almost like a promotion for it to be used if you just leave it like that available. So far this could be something interesting, but I'm struggling to see how important this is compared to the thousands of other things that TikTok could be addressing and that are still related to mental health of teenagers. But I don't think this was the one that was the most important to be addressed. Don't know why they are addressing this one and not all the other 1,000 problems that exist on TikTok, but let's continue the article. So, the changes are being introduced in response to a report from the Children's Online Safety Non-Profit Internet Matters. Okay, here's the explanation. So, a report called them out on this specific matter, apparently. That's why they're fixing this one. But let's continue. So, which found that beautifying filters contributed to a distorted worldview in which perfect images are normalized. Children were often unable to tell when images had been altered, according to the report, and faced significant social pressure to look a certain way online. Okay, we'll stop right here because there's something that really gets on my nerve in these reports and articles and whatever, which is how can they have the nerve to present this as like something unexpected, like they say that this report from yada 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 found that beautifying filters contributed to a distorted worldview in which perfect images are normalized. What do you mean the report found? This is obvious. Everyone knows this. How do they have the nerve to present all this if it's something new that it was found out? Everyone knew this, TikTok is aware of this, and it should have been fixed a long time ago. Not only this, but a whole bunch of other problems, which they'll probably just wait until another report finds out how something is contributing to something else, and then they're forced to fix it. As if the problem was just found out now. But okay, that's it. So let's move on to the rest of the article. So new resources will also be introduced to 13 and specified European countries in the coming weeks that will connect users who report content for suicide, self-harm, hate, harassment concerns to relevant local helplines. According to TikTok, the platform now has over 175 million monthly active users in Europe. There is no finish line when it comes to safety and security, and we will continue to learn from our community, partners with experts, and strive to do even better. Christine Graham, TikTok's European public policy head, said on LinkedIn. If our users don't feel safe, they won't bring their true selves to TikTok, and the platform just wouldn't be the same. Okay. So TikTok is also exploring, it seems like there's a new feature coming, new machine learning technologies that can detect accounts made by users who are under 30, the minimum age permitted to use the platform. Okay, this also sounds like a problem. I was not aware this was the minimum age. Sounds a little bit lower, but let's continue. I will comment on that next. The company says that users who have their accounts deleted will be able to appeal if they think we've made a mistake, and that it removes around 6 million accounts globally each year that don't meet its minimum age requirements. Okay, so I'll be honest, I'm very happy that now, but only in the end of the article, but now we've learned that TikTok is also taking measures regarding their other problems. That's very good, and I feel a little bit better actually. Good, congratulations. But I'm struggling to understand how exactly is this machine learning technology is gonna find out that a user is under 13, because I'm assuming that, like, if a user under 13 got to build an account, to create an account, it lied. It put a fake age. And so I guess the AI, the machine learning technology, should in some way be able to tell that he told a lie when putting his date of birth. And how is it going to do that? That's what I'm wondering. Maybe by what he sees, what he watches, but then if that's the way that the AI is monitoring to find out his age, then let's pretend that he was watching content like TikToks that are tailored for people under 13. But that raises an issue in itself, in the sense that why do those TikToks exist in the platform in the first place? So I'm struggling to see how this will work. But you guys, please do let me know in the comments what you think about this. But let's just go back a little bit up in this part where they say, which I wanted also to comment about. Where is it? Okay, I can't find it already, but that's okay. So it was regarding the measure itself. So I think it's a good step in the right direction, and I guess I'm just mad that they didn't took it earlier, and that other steps that also should have been taken are not being taken earlier as well. But TikTok is a slow company apparently, and I think they want to be like that. But let's see what people are commenting. We have here 2 comments. Let's see what we have here. Okay, there are no comments actually, but it's a complicated issue because there is so many other issues on TikTok regarding minors and dangerous trends. I think that's something that they should be rather putting AI at the service, and it would be way easier. Like let's imagine programming AI to figure out which content, and they do this already, of course, with aggressive content and all types of obscene things, but to detect content that is inappropriate and automatically delete it. I think it's a way better use of AI rather than just put it to be able to try and guess which users are under 13 years old. I don't know, that's my opinion. So you guys, please let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. But it is interesting, like I don't remember any other social media which had as many issues relating to minors as TikTok. I don't know how did TikTok build this image of being the trendy social media for youngsters, but like I mean underage people and from all ages. Really, TikTok seems to be tailored for all ages. I mean, if you're 5 years old, you probably will find content that you'll find enjoying, and dances and everything. And it's very interesting effect how it took over the world in such a short amount of time. I don't even know, like, if we consider, let's imagine that ChatGPT is also social media, which is not, but just for the sake of this comparison, I don't know which one was faster at gathering people, if it was ChatGPT or TikTok. But it is what it is. So, I mean, I'm happy about this news overall. I'm just concerned about the specific trigger that pushed them to fix these problems. But yes, it's a step in the right direction, and I think TikTok eventually will be forced to fix all their problems. I'm just wondering, like, in how much time, like what's the time frame in which they'll get forced to fix all those problems, if they just get fixed one by one, which is very, very slow. And I'm pretty sure they can do it faster, and they have the resources to fix everything faster, and they would fix it if they were pressed more. So it is what it is. So this was the 2 articles we had for today, guys. Hopefully we had here an important discussion with an open space and hangout. As always, you guys are free to leave your comments either on the chat or in the comment section down below if you're watching this as a pre-recorded video. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, because we do these live streams regularly, in which is just basically an open space, casual hangout to share some opinions and reach some important conclusions and debate on these important topics of the tech world. So thank you for joining me. I'm Techinthehouse, and as always I'll be sending you guys to the wait screen, then to the space screen, and then this live stream will collapse. Thank you for joining me, guys. I'm Techinthehouse, and I see you guys next time. Wow.